Hi everyone, welcome to day 6 of 30 days of flowers, and we have this very pretty looking flower to do today. I've got my polychromos out for this one, just thought it'd be good and fun to do something a little bit different. So we will start with the petals, and I thought we could do some pink. Nice. I know we've got a pink one somewhere up here, but why not? So I'm going to start with this one. This is 125. I need to look up the name for you. Oh, here's my little booklet. Let's have a quick look. 125 is middle purple pink. It's a really vibrant pink, which I think is rather attractive. We're going to start with a really hard application around the center here, because we have to remember that the petals are going to go right to the middle where the center is, and these seeds are actually above the plant, the petals. They're sort of, if you think about these little stamen, they're sort of standing upright. So we're going to do the bottom of each petal again quite hard, and then reduce our pressure and the amount of layers so we have less. I think we'll just take it to the, I was going to do the end dark as well, but I think as it's quite small it'd be easier to just fade it down like that, and we'll do the same on each petal. So I hope you're okay. I hope you and your families are all well, happy and having a good day. I don't know what day of the week it is when this goes out. Let me see. I think it's Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, so that's good. Although some of you may be working, I'm not sure. Quite a few people work on Saturdays. I try not to, but it just depends. So, and it's actually quite a good day for me to work if the children are doing homework and the husband is involved in a film or his art. There's nobody to talk to, and if we're not going out anywhere, it's actually quite a good day to get on, because then I can do more videos and things when no one's in the house. So I can't make those on a Saturday. I used to sometimes do them in the kitchen. I don't know if you've been watching me for a long time, you might remember me making videos down in my kitchen, but the light was very poor, although I was using a different camera and light setup back then. But that was during lockdown. I was never had any time without everybody in the house, so I didn't have a lot of choice. And I used to do them at the weekends. That's right, gosh, I used to work. I was working in lockdown from about 7 till 7 every day on a weekday, and then a weekend I did a morning sometimes, and then I did videos in the afternoon. I was busy, but I needed to keep busy. I'm going to swap to this one. This is the upside down light magenta. It's a terrible shiny, there, can you see it there? I don't know. And I'm going to start with a heavy layer at the end of the petal, and then do less as I go down, so that we do the sort of reverse, but we can blend it all together, mix up those colours, and we get a nice pink petal. Yeah, I was busy, but I needed to keep my head busy, so I wasn't thinking about, you know, what was going on really. And we had quite a few. We had 3 lockdowns, I think, didn't we, in the UK? Maybe 4, I can't really remember. But I kept thinking positively and thinking about, you know, how we were doing it to help other people and that sort of thing, and how lucky I was that I had lots of work. My husband was busy too. He was working the same hours that I was from home, and so I just felt we were very fortunate that neither of us were out of work. So I know some people got sacked, and some people were on low pay, things like that. We were very lucky. Right, there's our basic petals, but we're going to use another darker pink just to highlight some areas. I'm just going to choose, I think I'll use the magenta. Here he is, magenta. Oh, there, maybe not. And I want to make it darker here, even darker here, and just extend that colour out a little bit. So we sort of fade it into the other colours that we've done, like that. Okay, now these little seeds, I'm going to do them quite dark. I'm just having a look. I think I'm going to use the dark indigo. I just need to sharpen it because they're really small. I'm going to make them small. Now ideally I would like to go around the edge and leave a white dot in the middle, but they're too small, so I am not. I'm just going to colour them in quite solidly. If you've got better eyesight than me, you might be able to do what I suggested, but I'm just going to make them rounded, and we might be able to put a few white dots on to finish it off. I'm just trying to see what's going on there, like that. Now the centre, can do the same. I'm going to start with this one in a dark layer, so go around that a few times. Try not to press or I shall get a circular mark on the page behind, and then do less layers as you come towards the centre. The idea is to keep the centre a little bit lighter so it sort of shines. That looks quite pretty. I'm not going to use this dark colour for anything else though. We could go over all these stamens, but I think I'm just going to leave them. So our stem and leaves, I think I want quite a dark colour because we've got quite dark colours here. So I'm actually going to start with a very dark green, the deep cobalt green. Again, I just need to sharpen a little. There we go. So here he is, deep cobalt green. I don't think you can see that. So I'm going to make it darker here where there will be a shadow from the plant, and along the edge of the stem, because it's nice and sharp, we can do this. And on the other side as well, like that. Okay, and we just fade it in just a little bit, leaving some white. Don't worry, we're going to have another colour in there. And then with the leaves, I'm going to go along that side and fade it towards the top. This is a little bit different to what you might have seen me do before. I think that's quite fun. And sort of fade it up. We may need to go back in with some of this darker colour later, but we'll see how it blends in with the next colour, which I haven't decided what it's going to be yet. I'm just enjoying doing this bit. It's quite fun. I'm getting thirsty though. I've got a cup of tea, which I haven't drunk. I shall get there in a bit. So this side I'm going to have to come in and over the top, so I hope it's not going to be too shadowy. I think that's probably okay. So remember, take a little bit from the centre and then up from the edge and just fade it all the way up. It's a bit awkward at this angle. I've got my arm wrapped around a tripod leg. It'd be much easier if I could just hang my camera from the ceiling, but then you'd end up probably seeing my head. Having the tripod in front of me reminds me not to put my head here. I don't know if you saw it. It's not, looking at my hair is not what you tuned in for, is it? Okay, now let me choose my next colour. I've got lots of teeny greens, so I think we'll use one of those. This is 264. Ugh, it's going to roll away because it's little. I shall look him up for you. It's dark phthalo green. Yeah, I think that will be a good one. I'm going to try and sharpen him. He's quite little. But yeah, he's going to sharpen for us. There we go. Once they get too small to sharpen, that's when I put them to rest in the waste paper bin. I know some people keep their little bits, but no. My husband is quite the hoarder. It's not as bad as some, but I don't need more bits and bobs in my house. So my son used to collect the little bits, but he's grown up now, so we don't keep them. So I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm not telling you, I'm just going a bit over the top of the darker bit with a few layers, and then just a little bit over the white. So we hopefully still keep that dark to light type idea going on through the petals. Like that. Now we're going to have to come back in over the top. When it's a smaller pencil, it's a bit harder for me not to hide it with my hand, but I think you can just about see what I'm doing. Yeah, I've got on winter evenings, I was saying in my last video that I was watching TV last night. On winter evenings, there's sometimes things on TV that are worth watching, but not always. There we go. Okay, I am just going to do one little final touch. Yeah. I'm going to sneeze, hang on. Sorry about that. Right, one final touch. I'm going to use my Sakura Gellyroll. It's number 5, which is a really fine, oh, just draw my hand. A really fine nib, and I'm just going to put a little white dot in the centre of each of these. You could probably, if you've got a slightly bigger nibbed one, you could probably do it. The 10 would probably be too big, but the what's it called? 8 would be okay. I am just going to go around the edge of here as well. I think it's just lifts it a little bit. You don't have to do that, but I think it just draws your eye a little bit, I think. But I'm not going to do any more. I know we did a few backgroundy bits on some of the pictures. I'm not going to do it on this one. I think that is quite okay as it is. I'm just going to put it slightly less squiff, because I'm going to take a little photo just while I record it towards the end, so that we've got this is my trick. I take a little photo for the thumbnail for the video, and I do it just towards the end when I finished it really. So there we go. So I hope that was okay. It's quite pink, which isn't really me, but I think it's okay. And anyway, thank you so much for watching. Do enjoy the rest of your day, and please try and do some colouring. Thank you so much. Happy colouring.